Uh, Let me share this. Thank you. Hello. All right. So good morning, everyone, and welcome for today's exclusive webinar. My name is John, and I'm so happy to have you here with us since this is the first KG coaching webinar so far, and we're excited to share and discuss the clarity and freedom code on how to build a business that runs without you while reclaiming purpose, profit, and energy. All right. So no matter where you are in the world, you are welcome and feel free to chat in the box where you are from. Please share with where you are from. Thank you. All right. So are you guys excited to deep dive in this session? If yes, feel free to respond using your virtual hands. All right. Thank you. I see someone responding. And welcome once again to the webinar. We're about to deep dive into today's webinar session. But before we begin, let me uh, introduce you, the speaker. I'm honored to introduce you today's amazing speaker, Miss Christy, our founder, CEO, who has more than 2 decade experience in the logistics industry and has helped many businesses and leaders reach their goals. And today she'll guide us through this powerful session. Christy also has been featured in Forbes and is recognized globally for her work in multicultural networking. She's a best-selling author and award-winning leader, a trusted coach, and an influential speaker. And now, without further ado, let's give Christy a warm welcome in the chat using your virtual hands. Please welcome Miss Christy.
Thank you. Thank you, Jobs. Thank you, John. And just said, welcome the ladder. I'm a leader. All
Leader,
right.
sorry.
Little bit of this light atmosphere when we start this live. And thank you so much for those who are watching online. It is the first time, you're right, the first time for KG channel, which our YouTube channel is KG audience there. Thank you so much for tuning in and for the LinkedIn clients and audiences and friends. Thank you so much for coming in. And today we are going to deep dive something that is very significant. As you know, I've been in the industry for a long time and I've been talking to global CEOs almost every single day from all the different countries in the world. And I understand the biggest pain for most of the CEOs is that they are running the business, but they are actually running in the business, not on the business. All right, so let's deep dive into today's session. Are you ready? When you're ready, comment on LinkedIn, YouTube, or anywhere you're watching. And also, as John mentioned earlier, just feel free to introduce yourself so that everyone who's watching this video will also see your comments and where you're from. It's all about the power of networking. Let's do it. So today we are going to talk about the clarity and freedom code, how to build a business that runs without you while reclaiming purpose, profit, and energy. What if burnout isn't the price of success? As many of their CEOs that I've known when we have a conversation, they're very proud of being busy all the time because we know that what is busy? Business is busy, right? Business. But that's actually a wrong mindset. If we have that perception and perspective that thinking, once we run a business, we have to get very busy, and the business has to survive with me. If I'm not here, it will be it will die without me, that's a very dangerous sign, which is why there are so many CEOs and friends that I've known, they burn out. And I've been there before as well. I want to share quickly about my journey. I was in the weeds of logistics, right? Logistics industry is very rewarding. I love the challenge. But every email, every customer, every team problem that landed on me. There was a day I felt successful on paper, but inside I was tired and lost passion. One day I asked, is this why I started this business? I realized I had no real systems or team empowerment, and I burned out. Even my family time felt fake. And this is the thing, I built frameworks to step back, and delegation, automation, and also clarity sessions with myself refined my vision, and invested in mentors. I remember pretty much last year, my goal was to read more than 60 books in a whole year, and I've almost achieved that goal. It's very close. Not easy, but it's close. And then I built a team that we can take care of the members across 80 plus countries. And some of the team members you can see here, Joy is one of them. And I only focus on, now I can focus more on leadership, partnership, and legacy. Sometimes I still need to check things for the team, but they are automatic. I do not need to keep driving them all the time to do what they need to do. And now I have less stress, still stress, but less, and more profit, more time with family as well. And here's the thing, I didn't just build a bigger business, I became the kind of leader I wanted to be and found purpose again. And I stopped sacrificing my soul for revenues. And if you are stuck in operator mode, I want to help you build your hands-free blueprint so you can lead with purpose and create real freedom. So let's deep dive about these secrets that I've been using to help quite some CEOs in history, particularly in the logistics industry, because I've known the industry for more than 2 decades. I'm sure it will help you guys really well as well. Oh, good. So who is this for? Again, type what title you are, what company you're running, and stuff like that, right? This is for, first thing is you are the bottleneck. You are the primary constraint in your own company's growth and efficiency. You're like, Christy, don't be harsh on me. I have to be harsh on you because I need to be very honest. You don't want to come here and just feel sugar coated and you feel like, oh, I'm feeling great, I'm amazing. Then you were stuck where you are all the time and forever. Usually when we start to look for problems and say it's your problem and their problem, we start to look for all the reasons to make ourselves feel better. But unfortunately, most of the time, probably all the time, the actual problem is us, is ourselves. So you need to remember you are the bottleneck. Your mind is blocking where you want to be and it's blocking where you want to become. And the other thing here is scale with purpose. You aim for growth that is intentional and structured, avoiding chaos and maintaining your core values. That's something, if something you are looking for right here, you're in the right place. You should listen carefully for the next, I would say 20 to 30 minutes. All good? And exhausted yet ambitious, right? You feel tired. You are, some days you're drained. Some days you just need to wake up all the time. You don't have much time for yourself, for your recreational stuff. You don't have much time for your family, even though you still have family around and you feel drained, right? You possess a strong drive to achieve more and scale your business. There's a lot of things you're doing, but your business is still growing very slowly. And if that's you, this is the right place. And the next one, what you want to achieve is lead with energy, right? You desire to guide your business, compelling vision for the future, right? With vitality, clear direction, and a compelling vision for the future. If that's you, this is the right place. For those who are new here, you never really read my story. We have books published in the last few years. You can read it through, for example, the Joyful Leader in You, which is my first book I published all by myself. And lately, we have very good books like The Logistic Legends and also The Word Thought Leaders. And now we're actually having one more book coming up. I'm going to share with you later. That this is my story, just for the sake of your understanding. I started at 250 pay per month. I worked for someone which is in Shenzhen, China, and I was too scared to introduce myself. Even at the conferences, I was shy, but I always felt I had a bigger story to tell. And I saw others sharing their expertise, getting flown to speak, and I was like, why can't it be me? So if you see those photos, I was from a very humble beginning. If that's you can align, you can relate. Please message. I would love to connect with you because most of the people, even all the billionaires, as far as I know, 90% of them, they all starting from a humble beginning. And because I've known so many CEOs globally, almost everyone I'm speaking to, they are the first generation. Almost everyone. They're still the second generation, but they start from nothing to where they are today, which is amazing. And this is my story. I started in a very humble beginning and I had a lot of dreams. And long story short, I start from Shenzhen and then moved to Hong Kong by sponsorship. Then after Hong Kong, I also got a sponsorship in Australia, which is Melbourne, where we are, and build up my own family here as well. And then I work for online shipping. If you know this company, when I joined them, they was very small, and I helped to build up to millions of business and thousands of nomination agents and stuff. I travel around the world a lot with the CEO, and now it's the time about 3.5 years ago, I started this network. We are now across 80 plus countries and 160 member offices across the globe. And this is my story. Why I'm sharing this story with you. The reason I'm sharing this with you is because I want you to understand, number one, you need to be reminded if you are already having a company, remember where you're from. It's not easy from where you were from zero to where you are now. So be confident, be authentic, and be proud to be you. And secondly, why I'm sharing this story is because if I can achieve from where I were to where I am and where I want to be, you can do it too. So let's see what are the five frameworks I've prepared for you today. Number one thing I want to share here is a big line, right? Hustle equals success. We always feel like, if I get busier, my business will be better. In fact, that's the opposite. What I've learned on my journey, and also while I'm working with my clients, the busier they get, the less result they're getting, because they just feel like, if I'm busy, I feel more secure. Yes, doing things is important. If you're not doing anything, just talking, it's nonsense. But you have to do it smart, not just doing harder. That's why there's a famous saying, don't just work harder, work smarter. And that's true, which is why you will realize that if working harder is a solution, there are so many people who are working harder every day, but they don't get paid more. They don't get better result. And one typical example, if you find someone who's cleaning the toilet, by the way, show respect to those people who are doing the job, because we need everybody for different kinds of industry. But taking that example, because that's based on labor, the labor is like the guy can work for 24 hours, even 23 hours, but still just get paid for, let's say, $6 an hour or something like that, right? It doesn't mean when you are busy, you get paid more and you get better and you get richer or more, much more wealthier. So burnout isn't proof of commitment. It's proof of a broken system. If that's happening right now in your life, in your company, in your business, that means you have a broken system. You need to think about it. What is the right system for you? And it's time for you to change. If you don't want to change, here's the thing. When we wanted to do something, we want to change everything around us, right? Change your partner, your children, your colleagues, everything. But one thing you forgot, and that is the most important thing, you need to change yourself and your mind. So here's the time for you to think about it. Burnout isn't a proof of commitment. It's a proof of a broken system. Don't let that hold you back. Your future is way greater than you think. Cool. Let's move to the next page. The real truth, freedom is built by design. Freedom is built by design means clarity plus systems. And of course, it will have time, energy, and profits will come. When you have clarity and a workable system, you don't have to worry. I remember I shared this story a lot through the previous webinars on SGN channel. And I remember when I started the global network, when I started, I was so confident because I helped the business won huge revenues before and was always on leadership role. I knew that I could do it. But the problem is when I hit the 30 members mark, if I'm not mistaken, and I felt like, whoa, this is getting hard because at the beginning, it's easy. I can reach out to those people that I know. They come to support me. They knew my reputation and I was fine. I was okay. But then when I hit that mark, I remember it's 1.5 years when I started the business, and I've never really taken any leave or any holiday. But I really felt guilty for my family because remember the whole reason why I started my business is I wanted more time with them, and that's why I chose to go with them that time. I remember it's April, and it's a very nice day. It's summer with my mother-in-law who visited us as well. We went there, but my whole soul and heart could not be with my family. I could not be at present at all. And that was really, really painful. When I hit that moment, I said to myself, this is too much. I'm not going to run a company like this. I need a system. I need to find ways how I can create SOP, how I can train my team, get them stronger. They can be the leaders, not me, and the company can run by itself. And that's when I decided to do all of these things. And right now it is working. And I helped many CEOs do the same thing. And the company are running much better. One of my clients recently, he said to me, well, yep, you can't believe it. The guy already took over from me. I'm now much freer. Is that even a word? Freer. I got more time and I can travel around the world and I can do whatever I need to. They can call me when they need me, but we need to fix the time for the call. So I guide them. You can't just pick up phone anytime because if you are not controlling your time will control you and someone else will take your time away. Oh, good. So this is it. Let's find out the next step. And if you're watching, thank you so much. And if it's the first time, we will be producing more webinars like this. And please subscribe on YouTube channel. We are producing very helpful content to serve the community. And let's do it. The real cost of staying stuck, right? Number one thing is endless work hours. Is that you? Are you working all the time, 19 hours, 18 hours, or sometimes even just slept for a few hours and trapped in a circle of constant work with no end inside at all? Because work is endless. Because money, you can earn as much as you want. As long as you're alive, you have energy, and you have idea, money is endless. If you keep aiming to get more, which we want to, and that's great, but you need to understand that you will never end the work if you don't choose to end the work. And the other thing is no time for vision. If you are constantly working, you have no time. You cannot, it's unable, like you're unable to focus on strategic growth or long-term goals. What I found is every time when I pause, when I sit there and look at what I'm doing, what's working, what's not working, remove things away. And one thing I've learned so much, my team knows me so well, is I tend to keep adding more things, and then lose track, lose focus all the time. And that's why when you pause, you will stay focused on your primary goal because there are so many things you can achieve, so many things you can do, particularly for CEOs. You're very capable. You can do pretty much many things, even everything. But the thing is, if you are doing 10 things at the same time, you will get nothing done. And that's why there's a difference between the successful CEOs and those who are slavers, right? Slaves. They just keep doing and doing and doing. There's not much result. And the next one's team depends on you for every answer. Your team relies on you for every decision, hindering their growth. I had that lot of times before, and my team knows, and I have to get them all the time to the call, and we end up having 2 hours 2 hours meeting, and then we have no time to reach out to clients, and the day is over, which is crazy. I used to work in the big organizations, and this happens all the time. So you need to be aware of these problems, because if you don't, that's exactly why you always say I'm busy, but not really much outcome or result. And you lose your why, the original purpose and passion for your business fade away. You don't even know why you're doing this anymore. And when it's fade away, the danger is you will lose your motivation. And that is really dangerous, because when you lose your motivation, you don't even want to get up in time. You don't want to do the work, and you feel like you're forced to. Here's the thing. If you're forced to do something, the result will be always a disaster. But if you are doing something because you wanted to do it and you're motivated, it will be so amazing. And with passion, with purpose, the result will be amazing and magical. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is I want you to, first of all, set up your mind right. And usually, even if you attend a seminar or webinar or any coaching thing you're paying, I know people are paying 1 million for coach stuff like that. Even if you pay that much, the number one thing 90% of the time you need to work on is still your perspective and your mindset. That's why we need to get it right. If that's you, remember this is your real cost, staying stuck. Next. And the two traps which you're here, we mentioned earlier, operator trap, no systems, right? Here's the fun part. Before you start the business, you are HAJ, Haja. You have a job. Now, when you start a business, you are I'm thinking, OAJ, OJ. You own a job. You just own a job. You're not even starting a business for being an entrepreneur. You just own a job because there's no system. That's why system is critical. And the next trap that you have here is purpose trap. You don't know where you're heading to anymore. Yep, I started a logistics business. I start my business, and then what? What's next? I'm just stuck in here. Yeah, if things come, I respond, I'll do the work, and that's it. Next step, I'll wait for tomorrow. I don't know what tomorrow's lands to. You have no direction, no clear clarity where you're heading to and why you're doing what you do. These are the traps. Now, my 5-part framework, I have concluded this through my learning by paying thousands, probably up to $100,000 of learning, and thousands hours of learning, and also reading these books and stuff, and also practical exercise, practical practice with our clients. And these are the 5 most important things that you need to start looking for where you are running the business. Number 1 thing is vision clarity. And number 2 is systems and SOPs. Number 3, empowered people. Number 4, automation and funnels. And number 5, exit strategy and legacy, where you want to be afterwards. All right, so we're going to deep dive each one of them right now. You're still here watching. Thank you for your patience. And well, I know you're in the right place. And if you're not watching, you miss a great thing here. You have to pay another thousands of dollars to learn things like this. But thank you for coming. For those who are in every part of the world, we know our audiences are always coming from, particularly in the US and UK and Australia. I know many of them are also from Singapore. Hey, just type where you are from so that we know you're there, and my team will like and comment. We have a few team members at the back to watch these comments from you. All right. Number 1 is vision clarity. Rediscover your purpose. So you need to ask yourself why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is an exercise. And we have this free download stuff. I believe you guys have already downloaded if you register this webinar. If you haven't, reach out to our team. There will be contact details at the very end of this webinar. Just reach out. We're happy to share with you those free freebies so that you can use and you can start applying what you've learned to your business. And second thing is define your next chapter, right? Once you rediscover your purpose, you know why you're doing what you do. The second thing you can do is now where I should be going, where I should be doing next. And then set your non-negotiables, right? Because here's the thing, people tend to change. So when you set up a goal, many people will be like, okay, I set up a goal, then I need to come up with a plan and achieve those goals. But the funny thing is, 90% of people, the reason why they don't achieve those goals is because they just keep coming up, changing the goals, the destinations. That's why you never get to the destinations. Imagine you're walking in the forest. You know your destination is going back home because you got stuck in the forest. But then in between, there's so many things coming up. Hey, remember the Little Red Riding Hood story? The wolf, right? The bad wolves. You want to get some flowers, you want to get something for your granny, and she's distracted. She walking around, but she forgot her actual destination is her granny's house. And this is very dangerous because if you keep changing your destinations, you never get to where you want to be. You get distracted, it's delayed, your time is running out. If you're in a game, you know time is very precious. Those people who love playing games, you understand that pressure, the faster time runs out, you're gonna lose and you might die in the character. I don't play games much, but I know many male CEOs or husbands. I know that they love games. So remember, it's super significant. You have to set up non-negotiable rules for yourself. It's like you can change your plans, don't change your goals. If you have a clear goal, go for it. Don't change it. But okay, plan A doesn't work. I tried. Let's try plan B, C, D, E, F, G. Keep trying, keep trying. I always share this story, and this story is super powerful. I share with a taxi driver when I went to the US, and the guy was like literally transformed by the story. So the story was appeared in Think and Grow Rich book, and I'll give you a rough version in 1 or 2 minutes. So it happens in this general takes those soldiers to fight, and they have to conquer the enemy, which is in the island. They really had to take this boat with them, and they don't have much food left, so they loaded everything on the boat and they handed to the island. And when they reached to the island, the general just burned the boat, and then the soldiers were shocked. And he said to those soldiers, I said, soldiers, we will either die or we will win. That's it. There's no way back. And when he did that, magical happens, right? Because the magic happens. And there are like, I think it's 4 times or 10 times more people on the island than what they have. And they end up winning the battle. The moral of the story is telling us, number one, there's no way back is such an amazing thing you can have and set up in your life. Because when you know there's no way back, you can see when people are hungry, they can find whatever ways to figure out the way. And our brain is super powerful when you don't have a way back. However, there are so many times, the whole reason why we can't achieve something is because we can find so many excuses, so many reasons that we don't need to be there. We can have plan, we can have a destination A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We have so many options. And that is a problem. When we are given free will, as we know, God gave us free will. And that's a problem. Because as you can see, trees will grow as tall as it can be. All the plants will grow as much as they can. Only human beings are not. We go halfway, we go a little bit, sometimes we go more, sometimes we go less. The only difference is because we have free will. Imagine if we grow like plants, if we are like them, that we just have no fear, nothing, keep growing, keep growing. We will be unstoppable. That's why you see those successful guys, they are always unstoppable because they are not afraid and they know they have so much more potential. And one other thing I want to share with you guys here is there's a 40% rule. What the research shows, the scientific research shows that when people, let's say you go to gym, you do the exercise and it's so painful with the 6-packs. I always do that. I love the 6-packs, but I hated that feeling. It's so painful. Now I love it because I know the more pain I've got, the more I'm going to achieve the result. And that's just the same thing. So what it says is when you hit the when you hit the maximum, you feel overwhelmed, whether it's your business or you're doing something or it's running or exercise, that means you still have 60% more to go because you only hit your 40% potential of human beings. Because our brain is very protective. You tell us it's too much for you, it's too much for you. You need to stop now. But it's actually not. All right. Cool. Vision. Remember, vision, clarity is number one. Without vision, company will die. And in Bible it says, without vision, people perish. Perish. You don't want to perish. You want the company to keep running. And part two, systems and SOPs. Number one, for the SOP, I have seen people crazily, like they keep repeating themselves all the time, talking to their team, and the team member then resigned and have another team member replace, and they have to repeat again, have another training, another training. It's endless. It's painful, it's draining. And that's why you need to set up SOP. When I say this to some small SaaS business owner, there's like, yeah, we're not big companies. We don't need SOP. Come on, we just teach someone that person can figure out themselves. If that's your attitude, that's exactly why you're not going further. Your company just relying on you or relying on someone. And that's why there's so many mistakes, because without a clear, specific guideline, your standard will never be the same and the clients will suffer. If the clients are suffering, your business will suffer, your profit will suffer, because the whole business is about serving your clients and providing value. Whether you base products or service, you need to have a clear standard, you need to have clear SOP. And what I've learned, which is a very big trick, if you are watching, you got this treasure, right? With ChatGPT nowadays, with also Zoom, for example, we record this session, we have an AI recording, the AI, what's it called, summary. It will have capture everything you said on this call, and it will direct, you can then transcript those things to words. And what happens is you can then show that to ChatGPT. That's what I've done. Show to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to generate a SOP for what we've done. And the billionaire guys, why they built up companies so successfully. And when they started, they didn't even have so much AI tools. Now this is way easier. So it's a good news for you. If you do that, what happens is you can train any staff, anyone, by recording the session and transfer that to transcript and then throw to ChatGPT. It will list out all the guidance SOP that it needs to follow. And you will say to me, Christy, I just need to get from ChatGPT. They already tell me the SOP, but that's too lazy. Even though you know ChatGPT is available to everybody, it still takes skill and experience to do it right. So my experience, I've been using it for a very long time. Since the day one ChatGPT is there, I started it. And I've learned that your company is yours. Your culture is different. Your language is different, your tonality is different. You can't just say, hey, give me an SOP, my team will follow your SOP. Because every company is so unique. You have to communicate, you have to build up your own one, and ChatGPT can give you some suggestions, but you need to be the one who makes the final decision. Don't let ChatGPT to be your master. You are the master of ChatGPT. It's your assistant. All good? And remember, don't just do it once. Usually, you document once. I have read this book. I don't remember the name, pardon me, but that book is amazing, talking about the billionaire guys, how you can run a business runs forever without you. And that says one thing, you need to be 3 times training for the SOP stuff. Why? Because when you go once, you will miss some details, and then they're going to ask you a lot of questions. That's why you go twice, usually 3 times is all safe. And after 3 times, the whole thing will come up into one SOP. You can share the video with the new team members, plus this checklist and SOP that's ready. If that's you, haven't done it, use this strategy. It will help you a lot. And I already trained this with quite some of my CEO coaching clients. They did it so well. Some of them are not very consistent in doing this, but if you're watching, remember to pick it up. It's so handy and so helpful. And the service level will be maintained much higher for your clients. And delegate confidently. There's a famous saying, Proverbs in China, I believe. It says, if you don't trust someone, don't use someone. And if you use someone, trust someone. Right? Let me say that again. or another way around. So if you don't trust someone, don't use that person. But if you use that person, don't doubt that person. There's no point when you use someone, you're doubting that person and you're wasting your time, you're wasting their time. That's why nowadays I give full trust to my team. Sometimes I do need to support them because they have questions or they're not experienced in certain areas. I will just support them. But don't make the mistake. If you are doubting people who's working for you, why did you even hire that person at the first hand? Then don't hire them. Just get rid of them. Right? So when you hire someone, then trust them, let them grow, let them be delegated, let them take responsibility, take leadership. That's going to help a lot for your business. And then stop solving the same problem twice. That's so frustrating, right? I have that feeling so many times before, and it's okay when I teach someone once and tell them what to do, and second time, third time, after 3 times I just run out of my patience. Like someone says, oh, I need to be more patient. No, you don't need to be more patient. If someone make mistakes more than once or twice, the system is broken. You need to fix the system, not that person. Whether that person is not the right person to do the job, or you need to help the person by using tools to support that person so that it goes well. Oh, good? Awesome. Let's go to part 3. Empowered people. This is more about leadership. When you become a CEO, when you become an entrepreneur, most of the time it's very similar to parents, right? You want a baby, which is you want a company. Then you give birth to a baby. You give birth to a company. The company is yours. Now, it's your first time for being a mom or dad, a parent. Your first time to be a CEO, entrepreneur. When I started business, I didn't understand what is entrepreneur. I have no idea. I even Googled it and read all these answers. Oh, okay. That means entrepreneur. I just started a business. That's it. I didn't think further, but it's different. Like it's very similar to the parenting stuff. And you need to learn. It's a growth journey. Like you can't just kill your baby. Say, baby, go back to my tummy and let me learn how to be a parent, then you come out again. You can't do that because you're already a parent, and it's all about the journey, not about the destination, which is why you need to learn how to empower people. And it's okay sometimes to make mistakes. And what I've learned about leadership, which I've written a lot on the Word Thought Leaders book. If you haven't purchased yet, my team will share the link somewhere. You guys can purchase the book. I've shared many secrets about being a great leader. And of course, there's other amazing co-authors. They're sharing their leadership journey as well. It's very, very handy, that book. All right. So anyway, the long story short here is, number one, you need to build a self-leading team. You can't just be the only one they can rely on. They can survive without you. And in the future, another level is they can even thrive without you. That is the goal. And the second thing is clear roles and KPIs, which we shared earlier. If you have the clear SOP, you have clear roles and specific description and KPI, what they should be doing, so they can share with you where they are. You don't have to say, hey, where you are now, you feel like anxious, because if no one is actually sharing an update with you, you have no idea what they're doing. And for me, I'm very grateful for my team. You can't believe it. Right now, we're 100% virtual staff globally. And my virtual team, imagine they're working from home, right? John's looking. I have to give all of them the freedom to work from home and do whatever they need to do as long as they get things done. And they just need to share the KPI where they are. It takes quite a while for us to get used to it. The team was like, oh, this is too much. Once we fix the format, once we know what we're heading to and they know the why behind it, they are more motivated than I am. They know what needs to be done earlier and soon. And that's why I'm very grateful for my team, that they are. Sometimes I said to them, you guys are faster than me. I'm so happy. Please let me chase you rather than you chase me. Right? That's great. An ownership mindset. Each team member, I remember Steve Jobs said, you need to hire someone who's smarter than you, not dumber, right? Not because they need to be the one smarter than you so they can do the job, not you. If they're not, then why should you hire them at the first place? That's why I believe my team members can be all smarter than me, so that they can take lead and own the project. Because that their strength is not my strength, right? I'm a visionary. I want to give ideas about where we're heading to, and I'm supporting my team when they need me. I will be a mentor. And of course, I have ideas also for specific things and steps, and I have experience I can share. But other than that, they are the one who's doing the job. So we need to trust them more on the daily work. If that's you, you're not trusting your team, maybe you're lacking communication, you're lacking leadership, mentorship with your team, then you should pick that up. It's very important. Oh, good. Next one. All right, automation and funnels. We know there's only one way that you can get rid of, like, you need disconnect with your business when you're traveling or when you're having a holiday with your family, is that you need to have a funnel automation, which we're doing right now. We're very, very, very passionate about helping people to create lead generation funnel or sales funnel, so that the funnel can sell on behalf of you when you're sleeping, when you're traveling, or things like that. Now, if you don't have that, that's why nowadays I want to ask some of the clients that they said, so how you get your leads? They said to me, oh yeah, we goes to their exhibition, we make cold callings, we knock doors. Yep, these are traditional ways. There's nothing wrong with it. You can still do it, but that's going to take a lot of time and take a longer time. Nowadays, with AI automation and social media and all this kind of stuff, if you're not using this advantage, if you're not taking advantage of these things, you are falling so much behind. There's a saying that, oh, people are worried that I'm gonna take over by AI or not. No, you won't. But people who knows how to use AI will take over you. You need to learn how to use AI. And that's why we are learning AI every single day. We're using it daily, and our team are always, we really embrace continuous improvement and continuous growth. That's why we're learning a lot. If you guys are part of our network, reach out. We are open to share those knowledge, and we are creating some courses behind the scenes. It takes time. And for those who are not part of our network, you're welcome to check out some of the links that we have and understand about how we can support you as well to create automation funnels, so that when you're sleeping, you get leads flooding to your channel for your business as well. And leverage AI tools, right? When you have AI, it saves so much of your time and your cost when you run a company. And if you're not familiar with those tools, you're scared of it. Here's the thing, fear only comes when you're not familiar, right? Remember when you were a baby, when you stand up, try to walk, you're so scared. I'm gonna die if I fall, right? Imagine that's you. But then when you try, you fall down, you're fine, keep trying, and you start to walk. It's not because that the thing itself is scary. It's like, I was so scared when I needed to play piano. I love piano and I always dreamed to play piano. But when I start learning piano, I was like, oh, I look so bad. I know nothing. I need to read the notes. I need to press the button. Like, I feel so awkward because I'm so scared of how I look like and stuff like that. It's the same thing. But imagine if I'm already an expert, I'm a pianist. I have nothing to fear about it. Playing piano is nothing fearful. But just to me, because I'm unfamiliar with it. That's why it's actually scary for me. Anything in your life, if you feel you're scared, it's because you're not familiar. Anything. Even that's why when I was running the master class in Thailand in our conference for the communication stage, right? The whole reason why you're scared of speaking at the stage is because you're not familiar of the stage. You haven't practiced enough. That's it. So anything like this, automation, do it. Start small. Don't be scared of it. It won't cost you much, but it will cost you a lot if you don't do it, because AI is growing so fast. You can't chase its butt. Right now, you still can catch the tail, right? Rather than it's too far away, you have to chase another 2 miles before you get the tail. You get it? And the consistency without your presence. With AI, with the tools, it will be more consistent. Because human beings, like, we have up and down moments. Sometimes I got low energy because I'm sick, or sometimes my family got something. Like, for example, recently one of my team members, his grandma was sick, right? He's amazing guy. He's working very hard. But his granny is really sick. He has to take care of his granny, and that's a season, right? You can't. With human, we have different seasons, but with AI, there's no season. It's always summer. It's always great season because it runs automatically. So we have to embrace AI. All good? The next one, part 5. Exit strategy and legacy. Now, as we mentioned earlier, when you look at your business and when you look at your destination, where you're heading to, right? And let's say when you reach to the first destination, then what? Let's say we aim to a mountaintop, we climb it. Finally, we fell, we're so tired and everything happened. And then finally we're at the mountaintop and we look at it, yes, I got it. I'm on the mountaintop now. And then you look around, what's next? Then what? You'll be like confused. And that's why in my life, I always dream bigger. I always have big vision all the time. And I help those CEOs who didn't know where they're heading to, don't know what's going on in their life, and they're doing the business, just earning money. Everything's good, everything's fine. But then suddenly they realize, oh, wow, I used to have dreams. I used to have these things I want to do and things like that. You forgot, but life, time flies. Life is so quick. When you're seeing your kids, people around you, they're growing. My goodness, time never stops. It won't stop. But the only thing that you need to stop and think about where you're heading to, because if you don't, you just need to follow the flow. And at the end of the day, we're all gonna go to one destination, right? Physical death. We'll go there. But you need to think about how to design your freedom. Because when you have time freedom and money freedom, that's where you can do more things that you always want to do. Right now, I'm sure whoever is watching this, you'd be like, oh, I just want to earn more, right? Money is endless, but time is not. You need to think about where you're heading to. And once some people would do, I'm going to sell my business. That's a good one. You want to sell because there's so many people earn like huge. One of my clients who sold the business for 10 million, and then the other one's coming up for about 30 million for the business that they built up starting at 8 million stuff. So huge, right? If you can sell the business. That's one of the strategies you can use. Or you can hire a general manager. You don't have to stay in the business all the time. You can train someone, hire a new CEO or leader to run the business for you. And then you can expand, maybe like KFC franchise, right? Expand more, get more people to join your journey because it works. You can have more people to do the same model and let it work more. Or you have to know your destination. You can't just work for working. You're gonna get lost, not just get physically, but in your mind. You'll lose your mind, which is really terrible. All right? Oh, okay. I think we are on the part 5 now. We are all good. Team, if you are, oh, awesome. So before we finish this webinar, my team has prepared this, which is really good. A little bit background of the story. I've been working with many CEOs globally, but I don't really usually share those things in public. But this one, because we recently had a conference in Thailand and we had this masterclass. One of my amazing clients, his name is Gilbert. He shared his journey with me. I was really, really grateful. I think it's worth to play that video here so you guys can watch as well. Can understand nothing's impossible, right? So it's gonna be 1 minute or 2. Let's just watch the video for now. I'll be back. Thank you. Team just need to also share the sound. Just need to reshare and get the sound out as well. If you're still here watching, comment which part you like. And then...
Christy.
Okay.
I made some very significant changes in my life. So on a personal level, my life has improved. So I was telling Rudy before. So I've stopped drinking alcohol and I'm looking after my body a bit better now. I've lost about 5 kilos, going to gym every day. But unfortunately, I got sick and I put it back on. But no, it's good. I mean, in my life, even in my business, I've got a broader vision now of what I want to do with my company. Before I was just working in the company, instead working on the company, right? So I've delegated a lot of the things, day-to-day stuff that I was doing to other people now, and I'm focusing on growing the business. And I've already opened an office in Czech Republic, and I'm in the process of opening another one in Dubai. And I'm already in the process of talking with a friend, a partner, and we're just waiting on a client that we've bid on. If we get that business, we're going to open an office here in Thailand. So, it's been worth it. It's been worth the money because I had absolutely no vision before I did this. I was just saying, I'm bad at doing homework. Christy will tell you, but I take on board what comes out of our session and work on it. Even though I'm not physically there, it's up there, and I take action. I take action, which before I never did. It was mostly a lack of confidence, if you want, lack of motivation, lack of, can I do this? Would I do this? It really changed. Yeah.
Wow, thank you, Gilbert. That's really amazing. And a little bit more about the other things we're doing as well, except for coaching. Also, you can see that I've been building up this network with so many amazing global CEOs from the logistics industry. You can see those photos. They are beautiful people, and we served 400 plus C-suite leaders at our events in the last 3+ years. And also, the next thing we've had here. So none of this will happen if I don't become the elevation for my industry. And what does elevation mean? The next page. The word every logistics leader craves, but fewer ever experience. It means the rise beyond chaos, competition, and burnout, a state of clarity, connection, and legacy. And I want you to see a little bit more information before we finish this live. We have published 5 books in the last less than 3 years, actually. And we're having one more coming up, which I'll share with you right next page. Coming soon. In fact, in less than 2 weeks, it's going to be published. And you can see lots of amazing co-authors there. And if you're watching, congratulations. We're so proud to create more and more amazing leaders and authors in the industry. And these stories are amazing. You guys will be touched, inspired, and you will learn so much from the actual stories, which you cannot get from ChatGPT or search online. All good? Next. Here are some co-author testimonials and also including my coaching journey as well. I'm very thankful for what I'm doing. When I hear the voices from them, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it's all about serving your clients. If you're running a business right now, if you're wondering why you're doing what you do, it has to be always putting people first and serving first. All the leaders are people who serves. And in Bible, Jesus is the one who washed feet for his disciples. And I believe in that. If you want to be a leader, you have to serve your people. And once you serve your people, you'll be rewarded because money will not just come randomly. Wealth will come when you are providing a lot of value to people around you and transform their lives. There's more on the next few pages, you can see. And these guys are already very influential people, and they have achieved a lot of amazing success in life. But I'm so thankful that I get to be part of their journey, and they also get into my journey. I'm really, really proud of them. And more as well. Yeah, they're from different places of the world. And for those who published book as well with me, they also have a better journey, amazing journey laying ahead, personal brand breakthrough, and the company, all the business growth as well. Next, please. We're gonna watch next page. Oh, this is a lot. Thank you. All right, next. This all together probably 1 minute. You guys can watch it. Then we're gonna finalize the call. So let's start from the first video, and second, third, fourth.
Honestly, you the inspiration behind it all, and gave me some motivation, which I thought was fantastic. Because once I had that motivation, then it was like I went on and on. And thanks again to you. You've been the inspiration behind that writing that I've done. Yeah, I appreciate it.
I really don't know how to write a book. I was totally blank. The person to give me a page and a pen was Christy. she had to do a lot of convincing for me. No, you have to do something. You have done a lot. You have to, put it down on a paper. I said it's too early probably to, write a book. It's like I'm not so old. I need to go more. Once I retire, I should write a book. So she said, no, you should pen it down.
When Christy reached out to me, Peter, can you please write? Then I was thinking, what's the best way to write, right? I'm still on the learning process, but there must be something that I can contribute to the younger generation, and more importantly, be an inspiration to my kids. If not for Christy, I would have never taken on this journey. To be very honest about it, I have never thought of writing.
So thank you, Christy, for showing the way for writing a book, because actually that's my dream. My hobby is to read, just only to read the book, not to write the book. But now I am the co-author of the book. So dream fulfilled. Thank you, Christy, for showing us the way.
Thank you. All right. There is more testimonials you guys can explore on our website and everything. There's a lot of amazing voices we have captured, and that's the footprint we have on our journey. We love what we're doing. I love what I'm doing. Particularly logistics people are my people. If you're a logistics entrepreneur and CEOs who get stuck, who need some hands and who need support, we're here for you. I'm here for you. You guys can jump to the registration on the waiting list for the coaching program or even the co-author program that we will be opening another volume for the last book we had. Right now, we are launching the next book that's coming up. Very exciting, but don't stop believing yourself, and remember that it is possible. All good. Let's just finish this webinar by the last. I think there's a one page, right, team? We're going to share. They can scan. Oh, there's a lot of testimonials. Yeah. Got more testimonials there. In saying that, these guys are already very successful entrepreneurs. All of these guys who are sharing testimonials, they're amazing. Oh yeah, we can watch another video and then we can then scan the code at the very end. Thank you.
You did so much diligence on finding out about the company, the people that are behind it. That to me shows that you want to ensure that you have the right members and the right people part of this network. You've done a really good job.
Christy is very good in finding and choosing and selecting and approving members.
You are very concerned not only with our business but also our emotions, the way we treat other people.
You've been an instrument for us.
You're always working to provide a better network for the members, and everyone appreciates it.
Now it's your choice. You have a choice whether you want to stay stuck or build your freedom. I sincerely hope those 5 steps, secret and the blueprint can help you to change your way, think about how to run a business and to find your vision, your clarity, and also run a business without you, rather than you have to run all the time in the business. I wish you can run on the business, and that wish is actually not a wish. It's just something one step away from achieving it. All you need to do is make a choice. And if you need a hand, we're here for you. Remember, you can scan the code after this and schedule a call with my team. And if you're the right guy for us, because we're selective in working with clients, we will be in touch with you if you're the right client. And other than that, if you need a copy of the things we shared earlier, the free download and stuff, feel free to reach out to our team. We are here for you. We want to make the leaders in the industry thriving. Our vision is to help 1 million global leaders, particularly in the logistics industry, to thrive and to achieve freedom in financially and also time as well. Thank you so much for coming, tuning in. Bye for now. I'll see you on the next webinar. Cheers.